What excuse for missing formation was so outrageous it actually worked? I found out when Private Jake Miller showed up 3 hours late to morning formation, soaking wet, covered in mud, and carrying what looked like a dead goose. This was Fort Campbell 2019. Formation was at 6:30 sharp. No exceptions. Our first sergeant, Mike Davidson, was notorious for destroying anyone who showed up late. Guys got smoked for being 30 seconds behind schedule. So when Miller comes jogging up at 09:30, looking like he'd been wrestling alligators, we all figured he was about to get the punishment of his life. Davidson's face turned that familiar shade of purple that meant someone was about to die. Miller, where the hell have you been? Before Miller could answer, Davidson noticed the goose. And why are you carrying roadkill to my formation? That's when Miller launched into the most insane explanation I'd ever heard. Sergeant, I was driving to base this morning when this goose flew into my windshield, completely shattered the glass. Car went off the road into a ditch. Davidson's getting redder. So you're 3 hours late because of a dead bird? No, Sergeant, that's just the beginning. When I got out to check the damage, I realized the goose wasn't dead, just stunned and really pissed off. It started chasing me around the car, honking and trying to attack. The whole platoon's trying not to laugh. This story sounds completely ridiculous, but Miller keeps going, getting more animated. So I'm running from this psycho goose when a state trooper pulls up, sees me getting chased by a bird and thinks I'm on drugs or something. Makes me take a field sobriety test right there on the highway. Davidson's skeptical. You failed a sobriety test? No, Sergeant, I passed. But while the trooper's running my license, the goose attacks his patrol car, starts pecking at the tires, scratching the paint. Trooper tries to shoo it away and the thing goes after him too. Now I'm genuinely curious where this is heading. Miller pulls out his phone. Got it all on video, Sergeant. Trooper called animal control. Took them 2 hours to catch this psycho bird. Had to fill out incident reports, give statements, the whole deal. They said the goose probably had brain trauma from hitting my car. Davidson looks at the phone, watches whatever Miller recorded. His expression goes from anger to confusion to something I'd never seen before. Amusement. The goose is still alive? Miller nods. Animal control said they had to take it to the Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, but first I had to help them catch it because I was the only witness to how it got injured. Davidson hands back the phone. So you're telling me you missed formation because you got into a fight with a brain-damaged goose, got pulled over by state police, and had to help animal control with a wildlife rescue? Yes, Sergeant. And I've got the trooper's card, animal control's incident number, and the vet clinic contact info if you want to verify, plus the insurance claim for my windshield. The whole platoon's silent. This is either the most elaborate lie in military history or the weirdest morning anyone's ever had. Davidson stares at Miller for a solid minute. Miller, in my 15 years of service, I have heard every excuse imaginable. Family emergencies, car troubles, alarm clock failures, acts of God, but I have never heard anyone blame a concussed waterfowl for missing formation. He looks at the rest of us. However, this is also the first time anyone's brought actual evidence, documentation from civilian authorities, and video footage of the incident. Davidson pulls out his notepad. Miller, you're getting a counseling statement. Not for being late, but for failing to immediately report a traffic accident involving government personnel traveling to duty. Next time you wrestle with wildlife, call your chain of command. That was it. No extra duty, no punishment, just paperwork about proper incident reporting. Miller became a legend that day. 6 months later, Davidson got transferred to a desk job in Kentucky. At his farewell dinner, he told the whole story again. Said Miller taught him that sometimes the truth really is stranger than any lie a soldier could invent. Miller framed the animal control incident report, hangs it in his barracks room next to his military certificates. The goose, according to the Wildlife Center, made a full recovery and was released back into the wild 3 weeks later.